FM for inside Benin City, and of course for you where they hear us and you where they watch us out there. I hope you don't sleep well and your day they go well. Today now the 20th day of August, 2026, and my name is Bisi Akpaida. Of course, we don't come again with my team. To my left now.
Yeah, good morning, Madam BC. I hope you slept well. Well, my people of us, I greet you now. My name now, Comrade Edosa Okumbo. Welcome to Aside Hot this morning.
My people for us now, good morning again this very beautiful morning. I got my brother Kadiri. Hallelujah. And as I say what they talk before, now what they talk. All these ticket people, they say they don't want to una not the year. The one way happened last week, they took that for PCI. The introduction to the one that they look for, make una enter us as government talker.
All right, INEC don deploy about 1.4 million ad hoc staff ahead of the 2027. So, of course, we've been telling some of una say, in case you dey interested, una go the different offices, una go at least apply also. So, like say they don finish that particular process, at least for them to know say about 1.4 million. Now they don get on ground right now. 176,000 polling units. Now they go use ahead of the 2027 election, so well, it shows the election on the bubble, things on the come up, and all of us, in case you never collect your voters card, that opportunity, that window don't close now, so now for everybody to see how they want to take go on that election, the various election will soon start. Even campaign, they don't lift campaign as yesterday. So the campaign don't start. So please, more of una keep una ear. In fact, shut your ear half and keep your ear half, because now you're going to hear many jargons for almost all the platforms, to the various media and all that. But make all of us keep all of this campaign, this thing civil as much as we can, because at the end of the day, not people wait till you talk will make people really vote for somebody. More not deceive ourselves. A lot of people don't already make up their mind on what they want to do before the campaign starts. But yes, to an extent, the campaign will get small influence here and there, but not being the major influence. So.
Yeah, Madam Bisi, you are very correct. Some people now their character now do what they read before we say one vote for them. You get one man that tell the contest election. If you go the man papa house, go fetch water, the papa will sell water for you, and in the same street. Yeah? In the whether they collect a security levies for to secure the area, the papa will pursue the collectors come out. Then the papa will the pikin come campaign for the street. Now the streets they sit down, they receive all the drinks, so all the food they bring over there, all the money they receive. But on the day of the election, the guys are surprised the way they feel, even devil not feel more for everyone like that. That's to tell you that words na minimum, but your act na maximum. Can you imagine somebody if I contest for election today, I just say I will not get the interest, because coordination of security for my area e dey my hand. Coordination of the basic main ten ance of these street lights, the transformer, and they talk as I say 11 o'clock they come knock on my door, not because of say my gate dey wide open. So now as I say 2 o'clock I comot for house, no be party I go. Na some of the matter I go at ten d to. Sometimes they give pressure me contest for the community's position. I go say no, because I no need to position to function. I just need my heart to do am, because na humanity I believe say all of us is out there. You wey get ambition, you dey try dey go rain before you no carry your neighbor and you wan come campaign, e go too for meet you.
Well, even Adeleke don tell us say even dance right now when you make people happy fit even maintain your chair for office. So different reasons why people take the vote, and so just as much as possible you contribute your quota positively for anywhere you see yourself.
People no dey vote for those wey dey lock their gate.
No, access their gate. Exactly. So yes, the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, don direct immediate stop to all of those people dey park for green areas for inside Abuja. And if you see am, you go see say the Millennium Park and other areas designated for relaxation. Some people will go dey park their cars for there. They don't see how they want to stop that particular process as soon as possible, because truly it don't make sense. Those areas are relaxation spots. So, and the NIS on top of that, the Nigerian Immigration Service don talk say time don reach for them to centralize Nigerian passport. Don't be saying some go hold one type of passport and that one go hold another type of passport. All the passport need to be the same. Some you go see some go carry NIN, some no go carry NIN, different kind of passport. So yes, they wan centralize all of them, so at least e go dey more acceptable around the world at least. So then the Nigerian army also don launch the one wey dem call Operation Hard Knot. This one na new security operation wey dem wan push into, at least especially those plateau areas, the Jos area, so that at least peace go dey all that area. And the commander operation, enduring peace and general officer commanding 3 divisions for Nigeria Army, Major General Maxwell Dangadanayo, announce this particular operation, say e don begin around all that area. And the Independent National Electoral Commission don prepare, don begin ahead of the 2027 general election. And the National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voters Education Commission, Oga Muhammad Haruna, don talk say the workshop go dey for various heads of the voters education, so that at least around the 36 states, so that they will begin know how they'll walk around and educate the public on what is expected ahead of the election. This one na the normal process wey INEC supposed to do.
Yeah, may quickly, as a matter of fact, collaborate with a National Orientation Agency at federal level. Then all the branches of INEC at state level, may they collaborate with the state orientation agencies. Because this voters education, if only INEC they do them, I'm not sure whether they'll achieve 15% out of 100, because the whole workload go deal with it. But may they break them down, may they ensure say they carry all these civil society organizations, community-based organizations, and non-governmental organizations. May they carry them along. May they train them on how to pass this message of voters education. We'll see electioners. Osun na just eye opener. We see youth turn out. The way you take turn out for Osun election, some people dey give out to Davido for what? na only Osun state youth na like Davido.
No, but if you are not going to see yourself, don't worry. Now, say general election dey come, we will see am now. But you dey see where you dey play ball as usual for.
No, that was vote or go play ball
on election.
But I think INEC has started on a good note for the voters education.
Okay.
In fact, the activities they have been complying with the time schedule, everything. Yesterday now they don't do campaign, they don't limp band on presidential and national election. And don't forget they have also signed peace accord. All the presidential aspirants, they have signed peace accord. Whether they work or they work or because there was peace accord Osun, but work.
They sign.
So work now. Make people they keep for Osun.
I heard of
so God they help us.
Not the sign and keep it.
But the truth that make the youth, the only thing that make the youth not they make themselves available. Like that legislator accord party House of Assembly member we imported 147 talks from Ondo State. In Chile not dey inside though. So why? Yes, now no, but it's still under police custody. The people are still there with him. So, but what I'm saying is that the youth should learn not to crack their head for this politician, because once they don't win, they will lock their gate. Maybe I tell you just now, I say their gate, you don't fear assessment. But when they are looking for vote, it's wide open. You go in, come and you chop. You say this man too good, everything. But once you win, that is the end for the next 4 years.
Okay, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don charge all our vice chancellors for Nigerian universities. Anytime that we make a strengthen research and partnership, within those institutions. We dey always dey talk am here. The university no be just where students don go waka enter, waka come outside. How much dey impact and how much of those research, because they see grants and all of those things. So they need to boost all of these things, and I think the president they tell them to make all of them sit up, in building strong universities within the country. I think we more pointing at this. Now, for inside the university, some students can't develop this, they can't develop that. Not be only when they shout for allowances and money wey dem no pay them. Now we dey hear say ASUU and the university dey around. Make dem still give us, good, development and research, so that this everybody go know say okay, na the work wey dem dey do be that. And the president still talk am say henceforth money wey EFCC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, dey seize, make dem begin channel am into continuous funding of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL fund. So how una see dis particular directives?
That one na very critical thing. E don dey operational o. E don dey operational well well, and I just surprise say the awareness say e still dey low. People dey still look am like gimmicks, that way wey bin dey call, I mean, for pidgin we dey call am ogbugbu yaya. People just dey look am like wetin no dey good, wetin no dey a reality. E dey reality. After all, I follow up with the one for you.
No, they say about 1.2 million Nigerians already benefit.
How many don benefit to Edo?
For the NEL fund.
How many don benefit? And people are betting from Edo, but how many?
Edo now we don get commissioner for education, because na some of the questions we wan ask, but because our commissioner bin dey on awo based on election awo, so now we don get new commissioner. We hope say Ali go fit help us put all of these calculations together, make we get actual figures of development in this area.
Former chairman of NUJ, who is the head of corporate affairs for AAU, he recently talked now say AAU student about 1,000 something don fit access the fund for AAU. So maybe different PROs of these higher institutions should give us the figure.
No, normal they were supposed to collate and send them to the ministry, send them to the head. So that's why the commissioner na table all those things supposed to fall. So hopefully now we don't get somebody to sit down for the office. Even if they never do one, it will give them directive. Because now those things they take the judge development all those things. Now they take the judge all those things.
The thing has been on for 3.5 years now. The NEL, because president no waste time. One of the first thing he did was launch the student loan scheme.
I think yes, immediately he launched am before he come go for local government financial autonomy. You see all of these reforms, I told the talk since Monday, we don't get a lot of reforms. The problem, I say, the awareness of these reforms dey very low. I want before the next 6 months the number increase to that 1 million.
The Ministry of Information is not doing their work. They are not working well on the publicity.
And that's what I mean now. Definitely, if there's lack of information, it is you first of all would hold those in that ministry accountable, and then other PROs of various ministries, departments, and parastatals, they will be held accountable, because every agency gets a PRO.
But if they are not funded to
move, that's where the boss, those who are in charge, now answer for those.
Say that now money dey flow for Tinubu government. There's money to do it. Some people say I'm supporting to enrich themselves, especially those civil servants. They want the PRO man go apply for maybe 200,000 rand. No, just assume 200,000 reach the table. You look the person face. This one not go give me anything. We just pass 200,000 rand to 15,000 rand. From 15,000 to 200,000 and a far cry.
I don't know. That one go just collect 15K.
They not buy fuel now. So who are from probably Uniben come here. Uniben will come here. He drive and go back. 15,000 for not carry am, because why drive in one AC?
But most times too, the problem is that most of these government no dey even do the work. They no dey wan work. But now we see government wey dey work. Then we should also see, those ones wey dey publicize wetin the government dey do. You understand? Like we talk and say our work for the broadcast industry, for all of this as media persons, now to showcase anything wey the government and any other individuals really dey do. So if we open office dey wait for information, we no see information, we no fit go dey create. Now we no be social media wey dey create if dem no see dem create.
Make some governors themselves dey take up the function of the commissioner. They do media parley every month. The governor go reel out, he go carry commissioner sit down for there. If you ask question for education, you go call the commissioner or your answer. If you ask for works, for road matter, you go call commissioner for works. Answer. You go ask for agric, you go call commissioner for agric. Everybody they will dey there. You go media parley every month.
But this media parley of 18, now we too now our responsibility to go drag this government. If I say go drag am, not go government house o. Use our different platforms. Tell them know say it is very very important.
No people dey talk for every day.
You no be government or drive pass the journalists. You fit see that is if you see quarterly media parley, where go dey carried along. How come all of these reforms, even judiciary reform dey o, even up to the educational aspect of the judiciary. You understand? At least for South now, we get the person of one associate professor Uche now, Eugene Okolocha. He's from Delta here, a place called Abbey. if not be say we come still go there till last week, we no know say such evil dey exist and such person even dey that kind place. So going further, this awareness make dem just dey let out the road come. It is called public relations, not their individual and private relations.
All right, that's why we dey here. We go dey tell them every other day wetin dem need to do so that at least Edo State go be better place. Federal government approve decriminalization of attempted suicide. This thing I don thank God say e don come out like this, because truly as a person wan kill himself, na wetin na frustration be wan make am kill himself. Una come still go arrest am again after the suicide was not after his not successful. Una come still go frustrate am some more, you know. So but now Tinubu don talk am, the federal government and the office of okay, the coordinating minister of health and social welfare, Professor Mohammed Pet, don talk am say henceforth abeg say make dem go amend that particular area for inside the mental health act, and they say they no dey criminalize them again, rather they go carry out serious rehabilitation on such a person. Na so e suppose be.
You know, say we talk am yesterday now. This drug wey they talk about Mawa and the fight against drugs. Yesterday now we talk am for here. Yes. Say now they don go further. If you go Dogbo now, they don create a rehabilitation center. When we say you just carry those drug addicts, you just say you wan go kill am, they now need to rehabilitate them, give them fresh orientation why they should not indulge in drugs, why they burn those drugs. But I even hear say one activist, he don't even carry government go court, why they burn those things. No say you talk yesterday, say they feel they use that thing, they make money for Nigeria.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay. but this the stuff of
suicide.
criminalization of suicide attempters. I beg. People go use and cash out.
Why?
Many people go just somebody fit go tell banana leaf. You say you want commit suicide.
So that
they no come help you go see their life.
Yes,
you understand? So with Nigerians they take advantage of anything and everything.
Yes.
So to me they need to okay, what you pay them for? Oyibo when they decriminalize their own person wan attempt to see them who dey beg am, your every mistake rescue am. The people spread a balloon for ground in case you come still jump or they rescue you no go die. They come carry the person, they come give am better life. We were not your commit, we were not attempt at all. We don't want see life, not talk of the better life. So make them suffer for that one though. Make them suffer.
No, but it's good for me. Na good. Of course, eventually they need to adjust and readjust, and then as people begin to take advantage, positively or negatively, of that particular law, they will adjust am.
For one day, they say they on hunger strikes.
By the time they catch it, they go revive am, give am food chop. Okay, the last story wey dey at table, we get guests inside studio, and we get serious matter we wan discuss. As always, matter wey dey hot for our table. The president Bola Ahmed Tinubu don appoint Abel Olumuyiwa Enitan as the new head of the civil service of the federation. This it go start on August 27th, 2026. This oga succeed Mrs. Didi Esther Wilson Jack, wey don dey due to retire from the federal civil service. That means don dey near like 60 now, which is the retirement.
She'll be 60 on August 27th.
Okay, so yeah, kudos to her. At least he don still do the one wey he suppose do. And let's say she do a lot of reforms and brought in a lot of technology and all that. So we go hope say this oga Enitan, this new man wey dem just bring in, so at least go carry on. Oga Abel at least go do better than the one we need for ground. So that's how the story segment will be this morning. At least more here. We dey in the studio with our brother Douglas Obankwa Esquire. They say make dem no dey call am barrister. I think that was the first place to start. Wait, before we go there, na convener Vanguard for the independence of the judiciary. Okay, welcome on us this morning, Oga Obankwa.
My people, good morning.
Yes. We'll start from that matter of barrister Douglas Obankwa, because now there we go first dey know in the street before. Now na Esquire.
I'm tired. You know say many of us we will nickname you BD. That is barrister Douglas. Now how do we go back?
Well, you know, so me, I never ever call myself barrister Douglas Obankwa. If you see when I write my name, I always say Douglas Obankwa Esquire.
Okay.
But in any case, na body of benchers now they call people to bar, not the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court is a court, and we don't talk and say that within the secular way Supreme
Abeg
Court.
move your check on this side.
The secular way Supreme Court release,
Exactly.
it release am to his staff,
Okay.
not to us. Nigerians just misread wetin dem talk. It was a communication between the Supreme Court Chief Registrar and the staff inside the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So the people wey dey in charge of the regulation of the profession is the body of benchers. So that story we just allow am slide. You know, but
Okay.
me, I no fair dey call myself barrister. People dey call myself barrister. If you call me barrister, I no go say no because I wrote on the role of the Supreme Court as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Like I call you journalist, but you know if you say journalist,
But sorry to talk. I think these statements come directly from the mouth of Justice Kekere Eku, who be
he
the
dey write to his staff, not to us. Go look the circular.
that was said in the public forum.
It was written to his staff,
Okay.
to all staff of the Supreme Court, not to lawyers in Nigeria.
Okay.
And even that thing even talk say do not put wait, you know say don't address yourself as barrister. You know Nigeria will do the yeah, I wish I could just feel out to you now because this is an opportunity to enlighten the public. Now wetin the thing actually talk, he say that when they write for official correspondences, just like me now, if I dey write my name for correspondences, I dey write Douglas Obankwa Esquire. I no dey write barrister Douglas Obankwa.
Yes.
So the first thing will be barrister is not in doubt. If you call me barrister, you know dey bad because na wetin I be. I was called to the Nigerian bar as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So if I call you solicitor, it's also right.
Yes, barrister and solicitor. I call me barrister, I call me solicitor. But me, I never ever put for front of my name barrister Doug. If you know me very well, you don't see all my correspondences, my articles, you see I've said Douglas Obankwa Esquire.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go into this matter with the but before we won't begin the address matter. Of course, now school we do right now based on saying with you we always benefit a lot of at least legal understanding. Fresh ones. The House of Assembly, I beg break her down for us because it looks like maybe interference they always want day between the House of Assembly and the executive. What is supposed to be? What kind of relationship they're supposed to enjoy anyway?
That's a very, very good question, my sister. You see, the people wey prepare our democracy, they already don't know the kind country wey Nigeria be. Nigeria na country wey be say we no dey follow institutions, we dey follow personalities. Na make former American president Barack Obama for Ghana, when he come dey visit Africa, he went to Ghana, he didn't come to Nigeria. But in his speech in Accra, he get wetin he talk with it. Be like say they say it's like a shot or a slide to Nigeria. He say we want countries in Africa that have strong institutions and not strong personalities.
Yeah.
So what we have in Nigeria is that we are building strong personalities and strong institutions. And not just in those states, all across the country. And that is why you see anybody be president of Nigeria most times, and they respect them because the kind of power wey dem get, if they won't use the power the way some other people dey use the power, we no go get governors for this country. The president is very powerful, but you will see am say most times he dey restrict himself to wetin concern am, go leave wetin no concern am. Nigeria operates what they call three organs. It's a presidential system. You have the executive, you have the legislature, you have the judiciary. Section 3 of the Constitution creates the executive. Sorry, 456. Section 4 creates the executive. Section 5 creates the legislature. Section 6 creates the judiciary. Those three sections, they make it very clear that the three sections, the powers wey they get, that the executive powers of the state are in talk am the federal government, the state government, the local government. That the legislative power of the state are in the National Assembly, the state houses of assembly. Are you there? They're not talking about the judicial powers like they are in the Supreme Court, just like that. Now, the same constitution created houses of assembly, I think section 91.
Yes.
Section 109 talks about the composition of the house of assembly. Then there's the treasurer talking about the management and control of the house of assembly. Now, when it comes to the making of law, for example, the constitution make it very clear that you cannot rush a law. You cannot just say you want to start making the law today. Before you even say you want to even start a law, you must have what they call a public hearing. Not me talking about constitution. You must let the people know that we want to make a law to amend the law giving judicial independence to judiciary. We want to amend it now. They say they don't want to repeal them again. Say that amend the one. Okay, we'll follow their. We want to amend the law. What do you mean they talk? I don't be politician. I am a statesman. This thing wey una dey do, they go record am. They go plan 20 years ago. They say, one man come, we talk am. Then if I will say I will stand for what is right, even if I stand alone. Me, I know they do. I go talk am as e be. Let us do things the right way. When you protect the rule of law while you are in office, the rule of law will protect you while you are out of office. Nobody go hold office forever. But the law will be there. That law will be there, that will protect you and me. So sometimes people they do things like say you go do office forever. No. If you won't make that law, they think what if tomorrow I did the other side?
Yes.
With this same law wey I make now, wey I did this side, will it protect me? That is why you see we must have the mind of building a system and building a state. The three organs of government, they independent of each other. I know one friend wey dey police, like my friend, the guy he go arrest, he go come for a better line, he no go obey am. So they go judgment, he no go obey am. He come get problem. The same court na he run to go find the same fundamental right wey no dey obey. So sometimes when you dey this side, you dey very sweet, you say na my no I will dey run am. But tomorrow it's not even about party or no party. It could be that even you for inside the same party you go lose out. See wetin happen na lesson for everybody. The person wey dey suspend na be chairman now to investigate to suspend am.
Exactly, and that one I say even that she just say command never go dey that command the first place.
No, command no dey, no one command no dey. It's a lesson for all of even the people wey dey constitute am. It's even a lesson to them that tomorrow that man wey you suspect can chair another committee to investigate life. E dey rotate. So that guy wey dey suspect na he come be chairman.
Yes.
The first time wey you go fair look.
He first sit down well. Say now you do it.
That be life for you.
Okay, so but yeah, this whole financial autonomy matter wey we dey talk about, right? You were going somewhere anyway before you come dey try to digress to committee matter.
Yes.
Now, how important, because truly if you look at sometimes it go be like say maybe this House of Assembly people maybe they know the reason am well, or the government of the day most times that's the accusation, say they want to collect money, excessive money, and so they're trying to see how they can be in charge of this money, this autonomy thing. How do what do you think? How do you think we can stop this whole process?
Okay, so the first thing really be say whether I go start assembly, if they make law from that to tomorrow, make I tell them now say I don't know about legislature they can, because they very funny say as of assembly you will get autonomy, you want to remove your autonomy. Doesn't make any sense. That your own autonomy when you get, you want to now hand it over to another person.
But that's what I'm trying to say, because truly the executive governor seem to have power over those people.
Well, I don't know about that. I would not. What I'm trying to say.
Because not the government started.
Now waiting me I know.
You did the state.
I know. Now waiting me I know I go talk. What is in the public glare is that a house of assembly that has autonomy. You want to remove your own autonomy. Don't you have children? Don't you have children? What will your children say of you? That my father was a person that he was a member of the House of Assembly, because I know they talk based on speculation. I talk based on facts. I have the other paper. I'm sorry, their proceedings of yesterday. I have it on my phone, and I know the people who said what. So what I'm trying to say is that even if they pass any law on judicial, e no go work because the constitution has already guaranteed.
What's the constitution saying on
Section 121, section 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended states, and I quote, that any money standing to the credit of the judiciary shall be paid directly to the heads of court. So that one alone, that law wey dey pass is null and void. To the extent of its inconsistency to the constitution. And let me say this. The Edo State judiciary is the major revenue grosser for the Edo State government. Quote me. I'm talking as someone who knows.
Wow.
I will explain to you. You see, affidavit. Edo State High Court, Benin. Affidavit. Magistrate Court, Sapele Road. Affidavit. Orogbini, Magistrate Court. Affidavit. Customary Court, Forestry. Affidavit. High Court, Auchi. High Court, Urumi. High Court, Irua. High Court, Igara. Just dey talk out the goals. Abudu. All the way they get affidavit dey come. Magistrate Court dey. Magistrate Court, Urumi. Magistrate Court, Irua. Just like that. They go. You go area customary court. All they do affidavit every day. They go district customary court. Then fines. All those EFCC matters. Sometimes 1 million naira, 1.5 million naira fine every day. If they convict somebody for magistrate court, you are hereby convicted, you pay a fine of now judiciary get that money. Yes. Do you know that when person die for this Edo State, if you want collect money for bank, 10% goes to the judiciary dey do am. If you, I don see 2 billion naira, they pay 200 million naira one day. No, Edo State, better state na 5%, to Edo na 10. Yes.
But I do not get district customary.
I don't get district customary court. See, I no far from here. E dey don Korotu. E don Korotu.
Now we just.
Not be even I wan put am. Not be even one they do get several district customary courts. You can't count. I'm telling you now. Let me come back and say if I hear say Fetos he cuts too much for those states, you don't know what they do.
Let me come up with my colleague.
You understand? He said the cut is even too much. I don't know what they are doing.
But if they talk about that generating funds.
That's what I'm telling you now. Say if we say we could follow the constitution, that make me. Why I'm saying this is to relate it to if they make any law, we will insist on that section 121. All those money wey judiciary dey remember dey pay direct to judiciary account.
Maybe say na judiciary come chop their money.
Do you understand? So if you say we follow constitution, that money na judiciary account dey pay out to. Supreme Court of Nigeria dey pay their money to their account. Federal High Court. When they call Federal High Court, na Federal High Court account dey go. No dey go Federal Government of Nigeria account. National Industrial Court, all the money already go national. So why is Edo State judiciary account going to Board of County Revenue account? Why is it not going to a judiciary account?
Because the money was generated in Edo, IGRO.
It's not IGRO. It's not IGRO.
No.
So when you see your Board of County Revenue coming, I will have generated the judiciary money be part of that money.
Okay.
So the same judiciary then won't come make another law to reduce them, so that the chief registrar will go cap in hand every month to go and be begging for money.
Social
It cannot happen. It will not happen. And if it happens, we'll go to court and we'll get it set aside. We are here, we are still here, we are not dead. The people that are doing this must understand this. Anybody that knows me knows something about me. I love Mondo Pueblo. I like him as a person. But they should not, nobody should come and be doing, we are still here. And I'm saying this because consultations have gone on around in the past 24 hours. We're not going to let it happen.
No, but already some quarters are beginning to say it's not true, that nothing like that.
It will not happen. If it happens, we'll get it set aside. Worst case scenario, to get to the Supreme Court. And I can assure you that we're on the side of the law. And anybody, no matter how highly placed, that is part of this shenanigan, will have his name written in the Hall of Shame.
No, make we ask this question. Does Edo State have assembly? now have power to amend the constitution.
No, the thing is that you are getting it twisted. You know, that constitutional provision just talked about how the money will enter the account. Now, so that's why I was talking then. I said those who made the constitution, they knew what they were doing. They would have expanded to the management. So what is that? Is the management control? Do you understand? And how does the money? How will it be allocated? Who are in charge of the money of the money?
Yes.
But even in the way this, you have seen this autonomy law of those states. There's a permanent secretary that comes from the executive and the CRO of the High Court. They work together the system. So there's also collaboration on how the things are done. Do you understand? Let me tell you something. In the last dispensation, 6 billion naira was what now I'm talking about 2025 budget. 6 billion naira was what was allocated to the state judiciary. And we saw a lot of things happening. We saw courts getting boreholes, courts having solar panels, you understand? They were changing chairs. So we were happy because we're going to court, because this court system, they're very important to all of us. We don't talk about say kidnapping this. If you don't get a good court system, you cannot fast it. Look at those vegetable market now. See the way it take fast. Now between now, we will know how they will convict them or not. So the way they take for sure, and by the way, I must commend the Edo State governor. But the way Amanda he handled that matter, it was so, you know, that this is somebody that knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He sent a message, and you can see that there have not been any kidnapping in Benin Metropolis that time.
Yes.
People know that if this happens and you are caught, you are going and you are going very fast.
Yes.
So it's important for us to know that the three of us, because I am part of the legal profession, which is part of the judiciary, the legislature, and judiciary, we exist symbiotically to help each other. Do you understand? I cannot approve a budget for the running of a particular thing. That's their power. So you leave our own for us. Do your own. Everybody do your own. You know, we call the call. I don't know if you come up from my house, call they tell you how you will treat your wife. We do not appoint commissioners for the state government. We don't appoint speakers.
No.
So if because the way it's done, it's not seem as if you are coming to that to control, manage, micromanage.
Maybe the executive wanted it to also fall into the new law consolidated revenue account. Make all the money the entire.
Which was the meaning of consolidate? Because I don't understand. I was hearing that for the very first time. Consolidate that money wey they know. I don't. Please, can you explain?
Okay, in a nutshell, how you go take describe this move? Because yesterday I saw it like a prisoner in love with his chain. You know, that time they will get NSAS jailbreak. Some persons say run comot, where run come out from prison. They see all that their tattered dress wey they wear for prison. They see all that, see they run, they come out, they enter street. You understand? So some of them, they just run small, they'll consider they'll look the prison. Before police come scare everybody, they'll look the prison. Is it that they were liking that place? Now you don't illegally get your way out. Now this one are legal. Say you don't you get freedom to operate on your own. Then you dey drag yourself, say no, you want go back to your master. You understand? Like slave. Involved.
That's yours. That the legislature.
I mean, I talk about the legislature. I just set up assembly, particularly.
See, let me tell you something. Yes. Let me tell you something that will shock you.
Yeah.
Most of the House of Assembly members are not part of what's going on, and you can verify that.
And we know that it's not.
So it's just no majority. It's the leadership that you know. They say. I cry for night. Person die in the morning. On Monday, you know what happen. Now on Wednesday, see what. That's just exactly what's going on. You know when you don't say. There's some people that whenever there's going to be a change of leadership in this country, there are negotiations that take place.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much.
Yeah.
There are negotiations that take. There are things that happen. The day they swear people, anybody that is sworn in that day, if something happens. So the thing I'm trying to tell you is that it's all the whole part of the whole. See, it is in the interest of Edo State for us to have a strong legislature. I look towards the days when we have people like Zakawado Garuba as speaker. I remember going to the clearing of my friend. My friend was to be cleared as a commissioner. I remember somebody being told that this doctor wey you put for your name, so wey your PhD, the guy to go and beg the sick and remove the doctor because he could not prove it strictly before the house. You have people like Dr. Samson Osagie, people like Pascal Gbome, people like Patrick Osareme, Lukman Mohammed, cerebral, intelligent people.
Yes.
The House of Assembly is not a place where you go, it's a place for intellectual discourse.
That's the challenge now.
Do you understand? They should know that it's a place where you go and go. If you even look at the National Assembly sometimes,
Exactly.
it still happens. You see that Mr. Senate President, you can't do that. Come on, others of Shamley will tell Senate President sometimes. You cannot do what you're doing.
Yeah.
The Senate President will not tell others of Shamley about private jets.
To water down the discussion.
So, but it's not a laughing matter. We must pay attention to how we choose our legislators.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I told you I like the governor, but I still want the governor to answer some questions. We need to ask him questions. Your Excellency, sir, please. What's happening? Because if you have a situation where a governor of a state can just rough right over everybody, nobody's asking any question. There's a problem. So we need a house that is vera. This is the state where they inaugurated House of Assembly by 9:30 in the night, and nobody went to jail. That, you understand? 9:30, and somebody came on television to tell us that you can't even inaugurate the House of Assembly by 12 midnight. When I was doing my research, because I have, without sounding modest, I have some of the most well-researched articles on the running of the parliament in this country. I came across a case, Dawandi and Taraba State House of Assembly, where Justice Oluboderu's rival, JSC, Justice Oluboderu was stated, and I quote, that the House of Assembly is not a secret court where you hold meetings at nocturnal hours of the day. That the House of Assembly is a public institution, and that all your activities must be held in public within parliamentary hours. He put in bracket 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
You're not a witch. You cannot be holding hours in the COVID.
Inaugurating.
Inaugurating, holding hours, holding meetings. And he also said that activities of the House of Assembly must be submitted to public scrutiny.
It's very important.
You cannot be running the activity of the House of Assembly as if it is a secret court.
I think that was part of the allegation that was levied against the former speaker now, Blessing. What do you think of that whole scenario? Do you think there's merit inside those things with it?
But you can see that seeing what happened between Monday and you will not see that the former speaker Blessing Agbebaku actually, the reason they went after him is what you are seeing now. Because the guy may have said, no, let's try and do things the right way. The people that are with the current speaker, they are not, is him and his leadership. The people in the house, if they were, the only reason this thing will go through is because they are scared that the party may go against them. And like the parties, not parties now, because there are several parties involved in this whole issue. Now let me also tell you this, that even if they pass the law will not see the light of the day. I'm telling you as somebody who has set the bar even up to the international level. The forces in the legal profession, they will rise. The NBA president is aware of what's going on. The NBA president, Afam Osigwe, is aware of what's going on. And everybody is watching with side eyes. They are looking at a door. A door is now a reference point. The whole of that. Do you know that before now, say some states, they call it a door to ask a door, how did you do judicial autonomy and legislative autonomy? Edo is like a template for the rest of Nigeria. People they look and say, how we will take this Edo the work? Edo, Bayelsa, Delta, those three states. People they look and say, Edo has been working perfectly.
Well, let's assume, like they said, that it's not correct, and they didn't have that intention.
It better be
because
rumor. in every room. There's
I said I have seen their votes and proceedings for yesterday. I have it on my phone, and I can tell you that
they will tell us
they were trying to repeat the law. Now they are saying they are amending it. See, my brother, at my age in life, I don't go fear anything. Or maybe like I go dey fear say I won't make anybody first.
Okay, sorry.
I know where they go, so I need to say the way it is. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That is why I hardly grant interviews
anymore.
Anymore, yes.
Okay, that's all for us. We let the city listen to us, they follow us for that background. We appreciate you, and when you get your own opinion, your own comments to make, you feel call into the program for 091132777752. I take the number again, 091132777752. You fit send your SMS to that same number wey we call 091132777752, or you fit drop your comment for this platform where you dey watch us from. On set this morning we dey discuss with Douglas Ogbankwa Esquire, and oga Douglas Ogbankwa, one more thing why be say Edo State House of Assembly when time wey e be like say they change new leadership, e just dey get the tone or the backings from top men, especially from the government executive.
But you know something they talk now, e be like speculation. You know why? Because you don't get evidence. That make me dey tell you say I know they like to talk.
I say e be like.
Okay, I know they like to talk for wetin I don't get evidence.
Okay.
So they hear story, but they tell you now more come prove and go out. So, but the thing is that we need to build our institutions. And can I tell you, our institutions cannot, as it is, they cannot build themselves.
So how do we now build those
now
institutions?
What will they do so?
Yeah.
Going to court and all that. When Obaseki, no one swear in. Not the judges, before that one, I have another story. When they want swear in, when they want to proclamation for us, that me go court. Many people don't do that. I went to court. Me and Kola Edokpai, we went to court. I was the lawyer, Edokpai was the claimant, and we were asking questions, and we even talk about proclamating the House of Assembly based on constitutional doctrine of necessity.
Yes.
That the governor having now failed to do the proclamation. Sometimes you dey go court not because you go win. You go to court to set a precedent, to ask questions. You understand? So me that the end that say people won't go court for this matter. They want to ask questions. They will ask questions like whether or not, for example, the Edo State House of Assembly can unilaterally amend the law giving financial autonomy to the judiciary without putting it into a public hearing. That is a very salient point of law. And if the answer is in the negative, whether this honorable court will not make an order of perpetual injunction restraining the or interim injunction or interlocutory injunction restraining the National Assembly from proceeding on their ill-fated attempts to amend the law giving financial autonomy to the judiciary. We need to ask questions. We're not zombies. One of the layers of democracy, the thing where democracy give us pass, not be prosperity, but freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
So government must learn that the same law wey say make dem swear them into power give citizens freedom, the right to ask questions.
Okay.
Well, anyway, on the sideline of this thing, one of the reasons they never engage blessing the former speaker. Yesterday now they don't pass and they don't approve the nomination of Terry Gebo as the chairman of Ecological Fund for Edo State. No, that was part of the allegation against him.
I say no gree pass the
They say no grade.
but that is it true? Say truly that guy no get certificate.
No, but me, okay, let me for that me I find it very funny because the same Terry Gebo was nominated and screened and confirmed by the same House of Assembly when he was a member of the Edo State Audit Commission.
Okay.
So if the same House of Assembly confirmed him, what has changed?
In the certificate.
That's the way I look at it.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I feel I didn't want to say anything. I was watching it from the I didn't look at, but the matter be say wetin make dem no wan confirm the guy in the first place.
Anyway, thank God he's not a public figure. It's for us to try and access his office and see if we can speak with him. More even hear him truly whether he gets certificate number one.
Those ones na rumor against the poor boy, the poor man, sorry.
And then let's see if it's also and then let's see if that office wey dem wan put am in truly na square peg in square hole for the office. Though we know say some other people too might not necessarily fit into whatever office, so that one no really count. But again, and let's see if we go fit help am, iron up all of these issues as it is.
Madam Bisi, if I go to the Douglas Obakwa Esquire, wetin tell just and say they don't feel clear. Too many lies don't fit dey transcend or transfer to truth. You understand? If, for example, we have a captain, we were having a captain in the Nigerian army, na result wey take enter school, na take join my association, and we go search because we must verify. We go search and come say na forge. Not I talk on Monday say a time will come, that one of reckoning, we go expose a lot of persons for this state. We go check the result, na fake. Check NYSC, na fake, but na e dey Nigerian army. We come out to order, we sit down and say quit our association, quit the Nigerian army. We gave it 14 days to honorably just resign from army and not do again. They resign from us, then go school, go face your real life. He joke with us for 1 month, and we picked him up from there. Even from military men, top generals were calling us, but we let them know it must start from us. So if they enter commissioned officer, second lieutenant, captain,
we face certificate.
the first certificate does not mean because he enter with from second lieutenant made a certificate genuine. If we find out say this terigebo own na real, now we don see call radio say we don see am na real, we don verify. To verify no dey hide us. You understand? And if na fake, we still come and say na fake, then the House of Assembly will drag them too for not doing their verification. We know about 6-7 top men for civil defence for this very Edo state command, where the top officers, some na even DC, deputy commanders, with fake results. One, I say hide your complete name from me because you never went to that school. Okay.
But I wonder why some people go pass themselves through all of this embarrassment. When the constitution say attempt of WAEC,
Nigeria, they get lie where. Okay, everywhere come one day they say I no be lawyer. No hear this story.
We hear am now.
Now listen now.
Same thing Fassi talk yesterday. Say Nigeria dey lie where.
They dey lie where. Now they don't come because I did change of name. And they know I did, and the people that even said that thing, look at it, I told the General of States, write petition against me to police. I fear they don't pay for 50 million naira.
I wonder you no get.
No, on my own, I look the matter. I withdrew the matter. I don't know why I withdrew it. I have my reasons, but I was set to get that money. But I also let them know that you cannot do something like this and go scot-free.
Yeah.
I served everybody involved in the matter. I had some calls. I will not tell you who called me. So what I want to tell you is that people they lie. I had to go to Abuja. If I don't get money, I don't get women's. I have to fly to Abuja. And when they saw me, they were even laughing. They said, "See, I do people say they don't get work." And they had to issue a document to say, "You are one and the same person. You only did a change of name."
Yeah.
Do you understand? So one thing I want to tell you be say, for this, especially for those states, if you dey rise, they go want to bring you down.
So okay, in concluding now, because our time don't go very well now, what do we advise to the house just in case they reason am, and even to the executive, just in case
I know wetin me dey see na the house. I no dey see executive.
You don't want to see them at all. Why?
Wait, you
not say that they only dey impose the superimpose on them.
You how you say no? You know hear this, you say you know.
We don't get
So
Sorry.
my advice to the house is that they should stop any action on this issue. The law wey you wan make no be for your papa or your mama, na for Edo people. Edo people are saying no, we don't want that law. You do not make a law for your personal aggrandizement or to please anybody. You make a law for the good governance of a state. That's what the constitution says. So if the people who you are making the law, the judiciary way they make the law, NBA, for the very first time, NBA chairman go House of Assembly yesterday. He said it's not possible. Vice chairman was there, secretary was there, PRO elect was there. Over 10 officials of the NBA were there. The Parliamentary Association called and said we'll close down this place. Because the autonomy, they bring welfare packages, let me just tell you, for people with the two organs of government. That's the truth. It has made working in both institutions more interesting, more robust and profitable for them. So let's now tell them that you no go fit say because you get power. Like me, you know that you have the power to kill. All you have to do is carry knife and stab somebody. Will you go and stab the person?
No.
So power is nothing without control. Make them rest for the matter. Forget the matter. Leave the law the way they are. The law is not disturbing anybody.
Just the judiciary. When I need this money, no,
no,
I don't know
let me explain to you. Let me explain to you why it's very important that the law is left the way they are. When the judiciary is independent, then you can go to courts and you'll be sure of the outcome. It's not about money for judges or money for workers.
Yeah.
I don't work for the judiciary. I run my own law firm. But if I file a case today against anybody, I should be sure that they should look at the law the way it is.
Exactly.
They don't go fear say if you give the judgment now, they're not going to approve that money for us.
Exactly.
That is our concern.
The independence is very important.
That's why I run the vanguard for the independence of the judiciary. That's my passion.
No wonder they talking like this. Welcome, well, thank you very much for this.
I wish I would have meet us.
Wait, this spend with us on Saturday this morning. Of course, you now one man who don't. I thank God say you don't come as small, but they come out to don't say they miss your voice really, because at some point you were always coming out, and truly those states still feel a lot, positives from your, everyday talk. Not tire. That's why we said we don't feel tired now. We don't feel tired on this matter because now only talk we talk, and we must talk to get results, and eventually we're getting it. Douglas Obankwa Esquire, the convener vanguard for the independence of the judiciary. Thank you so much once again for coming on the program. All right, now so the program will be today from our end. Mr. Kadi, wait for your partition.
My for us, when I remember to stay safe, see something, say something, make it those things for better for all of us. I do my brother, Kadiri Aloye.
Well, thank you very much. I remember say today, UBT they carry out screening on drug abuse and alcohol. So Mona go there is free of charge. I say the first 10 people will come, they will do it free of charge. Now so we see for today. My name na Comrade Edosa Okumbo.
All right, tomorrow na the Friday edition of Saturday Hot. All of us there tomorrow by 10 a.m. My name na Bisi Akpaida.